Good day and welcome, viewers. Today we're going to the tabloids to see further signs in their forests. But first of all, children come together to play, adults organize parties. I'll show you the paper first, the captions first, and then we can go ahead. As usual, foreign news on the in the middle pages. On the middle pages. Front page. Woman turns into monster. Woman turns into monster. The success story of Halle Berry. The success story of Halle Berry. Pastor's, Pastor assaults wife, dumps her on in-laws. How to have the talk with him. Page 2. The maid, the maid rejects pastor's deliverance. Lady Santana intercepts Evelyn's call as who killed Charity. Woman turns into monster. Then land garden, violence and lawlessness in Accra. Pastor assaults wife, dumps her on in-laws. Woman pulls husband's manhood and goes inside 4 months. 4 months is too small, hmm, if not the law. Woman pulls husband's manhood and goes inside 4 months. I'm confused about my period. I want her back. We're falling apart. I hate. Oh, okay. Pardon me. Maybe I should show it to you. Sometimes it's we offend God sometimes because we are not in the medical arena. But I will show it to you. So I hate my this. Then strange but true follows it. Then uh, forbidden love. Sabina Floss Halasa. Quotation from the publisher. Ajumako Bisiansi Colin. I love you. Goodbye, Celine Dion. Or Celine Dion. I don't know what it is. Uh, the success story of Halle Berry. Again. I miss a golden opportunity. Sharon Stone wants a hot young hack. Or Hank, sorry. Sharon Stone wants a hot young hack. Maybe we shall read it to see uh, the invitation. Students column. How how to have the walk with him. It's a love line. My wife's best friend. Alaji Konkode's hot gossip. Then zero tolerance for copy. Please take note of this lamp here. Lamp of flesh here. Uh-huh. Woman turns into monster. Monster. Sorry. Woman turns into monster for snatching somebody's husband from her. From her. For snatching somebody's husband from her. A beautiful woman, name withheld, has been turned into a horrible and monstrous spectacle that scares even the courageous men in society. According to sources, the embittered wife, whose husband she was flirting with, consulted a powerful juju man who cast a spell, and what started like an elephantiasis gradually transformed her body into what you see now. That's what I showed you. Women who have the urge for flirting with other people's husband should take a lesson from this unfortunate example to desist from this morally reprehensible behavior. I hope this I hope this story will tell other women to go and seek uh, spiritualists to do that for their husband snatchers. Land garden violence and lawlessness in Accra. I don't think it's worth reading. Then pastor assaults wife, dumps her on in-laws. I don't know. I don't think it's also strange these days. Woman pulls husband's manhood and goes inside 4 months. Okay, let's read that. Marriage is a divine demand for all adults. It's blessing and fluidity. It is blessing and fluidity, laced with sweet memories and eventual happiness. Fluidity is spelled Fluti. Then next paragraph. However, when marriage hit the rock, when marriage hits, let me correct it. When marriage hits the rock, it becomes bitter and sour, and eventually happy memories turn into hatred and I think violence. It's very violent. Full stop. New paragraph. Uh, why should an 83-year-old man suffer the threat of death from his embittered wife, with whom he has enjoyed sweet memories, a sweet marriage previously? According to a police source at Wa, the Upper West Regional Capital, in an 83-year-old man, Imoro Ayana, who had suffered a threat and an assault rushed to the who has suffered a threat and an assault rushed to the police to make a complaint against his wife called Sadia, who had quarreled with him and had separated and living with her parents. According to Imori, another embittered wife rushed to his house, threatening to kill Ramatu, their daughter, for having spoken ill of her in public, but was restrained from entering the house by the aged Imoru. Sadia, who was more youthful, could not penetrate the human wall Imoru had exerted. her desperate moves to enter forcibly to reach Ramatu to teach her a lesson, she got hold of Ioness. Okay, let me read it. She got hold of Ioness' penis. Pardon me, I have to read it for you to understand. She got hold of Ioness' penis and pulled it hard, as if she was uprooting some cassava cubes. Were you there? Were you there? If you are uprooting cassava cubes, you kneel down and you pull upwards towards you. But she didn't pull it upwards towards her. Okay, and and pulled at and pulled it hard as if she was uprooting some cassava cubes. Cubes here is spelled Qubes. The yells and wails of the poor old man attracted the people in the house and vicinity to come to rescue to come to the rescue of the old man. 83-year-old man. What is wrong with this girl? Hmm? What is wrong with Sadia? 83-year-old man. Oh my God. She's a devil. Next paragraph. Sadia was arrested after a complaint to the police. She was finally charged. She was finally charged. Okay, these are printing errors, so let me read it. Uh, Let me read them correct. She was finally charged and put before War Circuit Court, where Mr. Jacob Boom, the presiding judge, gave her 4 months jail sentence and fined her another 100,000 cedis in default another 30 days as a punishment for pulling her husband's manhood, which according to the prosecution she had religiously worshipped and enjoyed, which according to the prosecution she had religiously worshipped and enjoyed fully before the unexpected happened. Married couples must treat the genitals of their partners with respect, even in anger, as they are sensitive to life. Hmm. Maybe as I'm reading, somebody is doing it, repeating it somewhere. You can never tell. Hmm? Maybe somebody's repeating it or planning to do it to the husband. This world is a wicked world. I'm confused about my period. This is a young lady. So maybe I believe she's just, the periods are not stable. So I want her back. A boy complaining about a boyfriend, I believe. We are falling apart. Okay, these are all love stories. I hate, okay, all right. Let me substitute. I hate my private part. It starts with V anyway. Please, can you tell me if I am normal? I have two flappy bits of skin hanging from my part, and I just hate them. They are not very long, but they poke out a bit. Oh God, I don't know. My friend says she has not got this at all. Is it going to put boys off me? Ajua? You are perfectly normal. The flaps of skin you refer to are the little lips of the part eh, called the labia majora, like the outer lips, called the labia majora, like the outer lips, in comma, labia majora. They help to protect the sensitive area within. The labia come in all shapes and sizes, and no two women's are exactly alike. They are usually very wrinkly, and tend to get darker towards the end of puberty. So this is a lesson for girls, for young teenagers, and women in general. Most full-blooded lads find this area extremely sexy. I repeat it. Most full-blooded lads spelled Lads, lads, find this area extremely sexy. So to answer your final question on this won't put a boy off you, so you can stop worrying right now. Okay, strange but true. Mhm. Piano playing. The longest piano playing marathon has been one of 1,218 hours. That's 50 days. 50 days, 18 hours, I suppose. Let me see. And that's 50 days, 18 hours by David Scott, May 7 to June 27, 1982, at, at Wagga Lakes Football, at Wagga Lakes Football Club, Australia. So you can imagine playing piano for 50 days or more than 50 and a half days. Then next story, pipe smoking. The duration record for keeping a pipe with 3.3 grams of tobacco continuously for keeping a pipe into brackets with 3.3 grams of tobacco bracket close continuously alight with only an initial match under 1 APSC, International Association of Pipe Smokers Club. That's in brackets, International Association of Smokers Club. Miles is 1:26 minutes 39 seconds by a five-time champion William Vaga of Swas Greek Mitch at the 27th World Championship in 1975. The only other five-time champion is Paul T. Spaniola, into brackets US, 1952, 1952 stroke 66 stroke 77 strokes, 1952 stroke 66 stroke 70 stroke 73 stroke 77. The Oitley achieved 1:30 minutes 11 seconds at the lower sorry, at the lower state fair contest on August 18, 1984, using two matched full stop. Longer durations have been recorded in less rigorously invigilated contests in which the foul practices of tamping, tamping spelled Tamping into inverted commas, and feed tamping and gardening, also in brackets, are not unknown. Then, then plate spinning. The greater number of plates, some simultaneously, is 84 by Darren Spataki on BBC TV record breakers on, on October 21st, 1986. So you can see these are record breaking achievements. I don't know if they can still be broken. Uh, the most expensive private party. The most expensive private party. The most expensive private party ever thrown was that of Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. Brandley Martin of Eroy, MY. It was staged at the World of Austria Hotel, NYC, in February 1897. The cost of the host and hostess was estimated to be $369,200 in the days when the dollars were made of gold. Hmm. So I never knew dollars were made of gold. Okay. Uh, at the largest party, another paragraph, fresh paragraph, or a new paragraph. At the largest party ever in Hyde Park, London, given by the royal family, 160,000 children attended in celebration of the International Year of the Child, May 30 to 31st, 1979. New paragraph. Largest Christmas party ever staged was that thrown by the Royal Co in the 65,000 seat Kingdom Seattle in two shows before an audience 103E 152 people on December 1 103E, 152 people on December 15, 1979. It was managed by General Chairman John Matthias and produced by Jerry Thompson with a cast of 2,506 with a cast of 2,506. The floor was decorated with 1,000 Christmas trees, each with were decorated with uh, 1,000 Christmas trees, each with 100 height, 150,000 show 150,000 show dash, while balloons and I think with balloons, I don't know, dash, while balloons and three iceborne. Okay, maybe viewers can correct them. I can't correct them here because let me read it. 1,500, one 150,000 show dash, while balloons and three iceborne. Full stop. New paragraph. During St. Patrick's Week of Master 11, during St. Patrick's Week of Master 11 stroke 17, 1985, Hooligans Old Beast Gilbert Robertson restaurants for a total of 206,854 documented guests. New story. Most versatile magician. Under the surveillance of four representatives of International Brotherhood of Magicians, Paul Richter performed 63 separate tricks in 4 minutes. Hey, at, 50, at the 56th annual Magifest, Columbus, 0 on February 5th, 1987. Then, lion taming. The greatest number of lions mustered and fed in a cage simultaneously by an unaided lion tamer was 40 by Captain Alfred Schneider in 1925. Let me take that again. The greatest number of lions mustered and fed in a cage simultaneously by an unaided lion tamer was 40, by Captain Captain in inverted commas, so by Captain Alfred Schneider in 1985. Then the next story is kissing. The most prolonged, do you call it kissing? If it's so long, do you still call it kissing? Okay. The most prolonged escalatory marathon in, in cinematic history is one of 183 seconds by Regis Toomey and Jane Wyman, born Sarah Jane Fox, January 4th, 1914. Later, Mrs. Ronald Reagan in You Are in the Army Now, released in 1914. Okay, they're talking of a film. Late, Later, Mrs. Ronald Reagan in Then the next comes in inverted commas. You Are in the Army Now, released in 1940. At 11:30, and Delphine Cra. I can't call this name. It is spelled capital CRHA. Maybe a mistake. I don't know. I don't know how to call it. So let me call it CRR. Delphine Ra. Delphine Cra. 26. Both of Chicago asked the record for the longest kiss ever of 17 days. For the longest kiss ever of 17 days, 110 and a half hours on September 24th, 1984 and 1984, and celebrated kiss underwater was 1 of 2 minutes. And celebrated kiss underwater was 1 of 2 minutes 18 seconds by Toshiyaka Shirai and Yokigo Nagata on Fiji TV in Tokyo, Japan on April 2nd, 1980. I don't know what sort of competitions these are. Eh? Some people are arranging all kinds of funny uh, competitions. Then a new paragraph. John McPherson kissed a new paragraph. John McPherson Person is spelled Pherson. John McPherson kissed 4,444 women in 8 hours in Newcastle, England on March 8, 1985 at a rate of one each, 6.48 seconds. So do you call it kissing? If you kiss somebody for 6.48 seconds, and then you continue 4,444 of them. It should be a joke. So you can oh, competitions can be funny. Eh? 4,000. Listen to the number 4,444. Eh? Each one lasting 4.48 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Let me take it again. Yes, each one lasting 4.48 seconds. Hmm? I wonder how that would look like. Up to 4,444 seconds. Well, it's entertaining anyway. Uh, it goes with my saying that children come together to play, but adults organize concerts. Hmm? So let's go. Sabina Flood. It's coincidence. I didn't know this was what was going to. This story was coming up, and the other one too in the last video. Quotation from the publisher: Lord, let me know mine end. End is END. Lord, let me know mine end. And the mine is MINE. Lord, let me know mine end. And the number of my days, that I may be satisfied how long I have to. Full stop. If you know how long you live and you will know how long you stay, you will never be happy in life. Hmm? You think you are wiser than God. I'm talking about the quotation. Eh? You can't be wiser than God. God will let you know. Hmm? I tell you, the last day, during the last day, you will never sleep. If they tell you tomorrow, 20 or tomorrow, March 25th, eh? Mr. Sule, tomorrow, March 25th, I'm taking you away. Do you think I can sleep? Hmm? Even before the date, I will start having difficulties in eating, and doing anything. So it's you are praying what God will never give you. Sorry, you're praying for what God will never give you. Sabina Flo Alasan. I love you. Goodbye, Celine Dion. Wish I could be the one. Wish I could be the the one who could give you love. think kind of you. You really need wish. I could say to you that I'll always stay with you. I think it's a poem. I think it's a poem. Um, I missed a golden opportunity. My experience. It's a long story, so let's leave it. The invitation, economics, how to have the talk with him. These are romantic affairs. How to have the talk with him. You can see under the romantic pictures. A romantic picture rather. Hey, I've forgotten about Alaji Konkode. Okay, let's see. Alaji Konkode's hot gossip. That elder in the elder in the Odoko Pentecostal Church. Why the Lolo Hilolo? Why the Lolo Hilolo? Maybe when we read, we know what Lolo Hilolo means. Uh, hmm. Now, so the well be, I thought with your church and by your teaching, especially your ministrations and general comportment, you were next to Jesus in heaven, or you are next to Jesus in heaven already. Full stop. Paragraph. I've decided myself think. I decided myself dash. Think all the think all the glitters are not gold. Okay, let me correct it for him. Uh, think all that glitters are not gold. It's not gold, sorry. He says, I'm using I here. Think all that glitters is not gold. How foolish and childish I have been all these days. Sorry. How foolish and childish I've been all these days. From the horse own. Oh, okay. I don't know the English here. Huh? From the horse own mouth. Okay, let me read it as I see. From the horse own mouth, I have learnt of your many times acrobatics in four colored with that bad lady in her twenties. But you are over 60 or more. She shall surely kill you with her something. Huh? Random, so random, so. Alhaji Kukuda, I think you should give some of these people their privacy. God is watching them. Hmm? You give them the privacy because you can't stop those things, and nobody can stop them. Only God can, and God won't stop it. He's watching everybody. Hmm? Okay. Um, so that means the story. Uh, from the ghost on Ranu. So the next paragraph. You are not only ashamed, ashamed to yourself, your church, but your family look at your motorway head, as bald as the Brekum Doma asphalt. Look at your pot belly. Oh my God. Look at your pot bellied stomach as if you've been pregnant for 52 years. Hey, Alaji Kokoti. Eh? Okay, let me take it again. You are not the only. You are not only ashamed to yourself, your church, but your family. Look at your motorway head. Motorway head is bald head. He has come here to add your motorway head as bald as the Brekum Doma asphalt. And that's is comparing the head with the a shiny road between Brekum Doma, Brekum Doma asphalt. Look at your pot-bellied stomach as if you have been pregnant for 52 years. Abba, Alaji Kokode. Hmm? Next paragraph. You don't even care for your 46-year-old wife, whom you have married for the last 24 years. Uh, you don't properly care for the home, left alone, left alone your two twin daughters in that ramshackle secondary school in that Goma village of your of your of yours, okay, let me say of yours. Yet you have the impudence of the soul and bravery of the tiger to chase that young lady. And chess is spelled Chess. I think he wants to say to chase. mm, to chase that young lady. Next paragraph. Watch your head. The dangerous award of Damocles. The dangerous sword of Damocles is loosely hanging on your bald head soon, soon to strike if you don't change. It's shameful to you. If you want, if you want to be polygamous, leave your church and marry 10, but be sure of free supply of HIVs to age. Bad man. So you can see that everybody will identify this man. Everybody who knows him, they know the church. He has described him bald head, big stomach, and so. But the man cannot cough. He cannot cough because Alaji Kokode is not telling a lie. Okay, that deputy minister. Are you truly bigger? Are you sorry? That deputy minister. Are you truly bigger than the IGP? As for you, deputy minister, I don't know how to call you. Honorable, honorable, dishonorable, or sir, madam. He doesn't know how to call him honorable, dishonorable, or sir, stroke madam. You are controversial, like controversy itself. Who tells you you are bigger than the IGP? In 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 what? The front or the back? Mhm. In the face or in the mouth? Mhm. Um, maybe in the art of maybe in the art of trumology. Trumology is in brackets. Mhm. I don't think it's a word. Mhm. Maybe in the act of trumology, if it is, then I'm yet to learn it. Maybe in the art of trumology, sexual bravado. Ah, trumology. I think trumology is gay, being gay, having sex in as the gays do, mhm, penetrating the rear. I think so. So in the act of trumology, sexual bravado, full stop. You are abhorrent as you are cuckoo, as you are cuckoodacious, comma, kaka, kakajan to minister, kakajan to minister, like you watch out, like you, kakajan minister, minister like you, kakajan minister like you, watch out. What kind of picking born for yourself? What kind of picking born for yourself? Just last 3 months, you were thinking like the residual remains of P2 fiber. The musical chairs of President Kufuor changed your position to shift your destinies small. And now look, you sit with criminal suspects and think the IGP is smaller than you. Sit there and fool and sooner than later you shall hear of Kokoteta. You shall hear of Kokoteta, the flatulence of the back, the flatulence of the back spelled B-U-C-K. New paragraph. I hate to hear state officials bragging or suspects bragging to suspects, especially criminals, who run to them and dangle dollars or dirty blood millions, which make them shiver and dance to their tunes because of the over trumpeted hip pick, which incidentally is affecting the afflict is affecting and afflicting even saints to sin against Ghana and the society. Hip pick, I think, is highly indebted poor countries or something like that. Then next sentence, hmm, he said, "Wallahi tallahi, I have detained my men to keep 24 hours surveillance at your home, and office. And if you fall in, you minister, the vice P, the president, and all shall hear and see your crimes." Mhm. So wallahi tallahi, they are a form of swearing, wallahi, by God, tallahi, the exalted. Mhm. Okay, next story. Papa Osofo, what do you say you are? Yes, I know a Pastor Mensa Otobil. I know of Pastor Mensa Otobil, Dr. Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Ntumi Bishop Aji Asari, Bishop Dr. Asante Antwi, Dr. Sam Prempe, Pastor Crunch in Ankara, Dr. Abuaji Mensa, Prophet Salifu Amwaku, Prophet Emmanuel Apreku, Pastor Boatin, Pastor Boatin, then Pastor Boatin, Prophet Osei Kwame, and hosts of others. These men of God preach and do so many things, and do so many things. They do them in the open on TV screens and radio stations and in public. Why are you doing your own in the secret? Why are you doing your own in the secret? Uh, do you have something to hide? Then tell me. Or you have some skeletons to show. New paragraph. Mind you, I've heard of your nocturnal activities and shall soon monitor you at your Karakuta base, where you've created your own empire within a state and ruling with your own laws. New paragraph. Watch your head. If you should continue your orthodox ways of worship and teachings of naked exploitation and human rights, comma, abuse, full stop. Uh, yeah, human rights, sorry, and human rights, full stop. Abuse, comma, the CID, the BNI, the military, and my mafia group, not from Italy but Ghana made mafia, shall descend heavily on you. Bad Osofo, you are a Kakapianto pastor, duping, raping, killing in the name of the Holy God. Last paragraph. Shame unto you and your likes. Your time is up. Ohifo, Ochamanfo, Owindini, Nyamionhu, Dada. So these are insolence. The God has seen you already. Now, next story, next and last story. That forestry man in Eastern region. What is sabotage? Haba, Papa Forestry. Do you state, do the state or chainsaw operators pay you? You don't fear Kaka, let alone God, who watches all of us from above. You are sitting under the nose of the all-conquering Ochinhene Ofori Panin Amwatia, and you still persist in the Kalabule chainsaw business. Yes, this is a forestry man who is supposed to protect the forest, but is rather allowing people to deforest it, if you like. Next paragraph. As for me, Alaji, I shall only say Allahu Akbar, and not only the Oshihini, but the regional forestry boss at Kofridia will hear of your dealers in the forest, which you are supposed to guard and preserve. So all that he has to say is Allahu Akbar. All that he has to say is God is great and he will be exposed. I love that. You are a thief, a Kakafianto forestryman. You are a blackmailer, kukudastic public servant, and a ragamuffin from Aichiasi. Full stop. But mind you, you cannot pass Rogers of Texas as far as cowboys are concerned. Next paragraph. Watch out, for I am watching you from the touchlines. If you are Kwekwa Nancy is Spider, then state securities of Ntekuma to show you at Waterloo. Okay. Then state securities as Ntekuma to show you at Waterloo. I think they will show you Waterloo. Okay, I can't understand it. Okay, next paragraph. Look at your face in the mirror. So, Alaji Kokode, I don't know your face. I would like to know your face. Eh? You will tell people to look at their faces in the mirror. So, let's see. Look at your face in the mirror. You look like a caricature, saboteur. You are more than an armed robber, murderer. Time is not on your side. So, stop it before it stops you. Full stop. So, listeners, I think we stop here. And next paragraph, next video, I think we'll go to the signs in the Quran. Thank you very much. Ila likai. Bye-bye.